seems that whales are increasing in here. The giants are doubling down on this asset at a time when many retail investors are thinking about jumping this ship and moving into different assets. To show what really is happening, you will have to go through a lot of different things. So how to find when the whales or the smart money is buying in, right? You need an idea about what they are doing. Now they won't come near you and say we are going to do this, you can follow us, right? So that's something different. So you should pay close attention to trading volume. Now that is one of an idea which you can really use. So when you see the volume going up, don't just get into that shit saying it's just, glitch, it's another glitch, it's another glitch. You can believe that if you want, that's completely up to you. But for me, that doesn't fit well. Why? Because it's the time when more and more initiatives are being started in this industry, and it's happening, and all over the world the giants are expanding for the future. Yes, they are dealing like this. Now they can do they can just delay the entire assets uptrend a little bit more, like what they have done in silver. And yes, they were fine in that market. Now here you don't have that much of regulatory clarity, thus they can extend this bear market. Now, so it doesn't happen all the time, but yes, it can. I won't let the whales have my XRP when there is a chance that literally you can sell and they will buy. So if they don't adapt to this technology, they're going to be kept outside, and they understand this and they are adopting to this particular technology. So whatever happens, I won't actually sell until it reaches certain price point at which I would be taking out my profit. So now what you are looking at is like different areas of the corporates are coming towards this, and thus particular regulator highlights US bank could seek the help from crypto custodians and partner with them. Why? Because it's the time to adopt. And if you don't adapt to this technology, you're going to be left out soon. Now it seems China is going to dominate the world of new finance. As Ripple team was highlighting this all the time, the blinded regulators, US authorities, will only open their eyes once they lose the war. Will that be the case? We have to actually see that. Will that be the real case? Because now US banks are just starting to explore whether they can give an option for crypto assets. But this is happening at a time when, say, huge guys like Alibaba founder Jack Ma is stating cryptocurrencies are the future of finance, and banks in other countries are kind of going into their partnerships, giving an option to trade and give more services for the crypto industry. So if US banks are still considering whether we should give this, they would be left behind, because now it's the time when it's kind of being said like the second wave is here, we're going to lock down our country. This particular tweet shows UK is going back to a lockdown from November 5th, and then this is all happening at a time when you really have to understand we have a huge crisis. If you saw yesterday's video, you would already have an idea of what really is happening with the money around the world. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. If you saw value for your time, please do support the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. If you would like to extend your support, you can use PayPal, Patreon, or the XRP wallet address given in the description below. Now let's go through these details, but before that, we would actually jump into the technical analysis and see what we got there. Some days back, October 29th, I put this one out. I put this one in the YouTube channel too, along with the Patreon with other details. But here, I highlighted that there is a chances that now when we broke this I put it there in the Patreon, highlighting that we are going to go till here at first, and if it doesn't hold, watch out, we are going to go till here until we bounce back towards the upside. And if you go look at the charts right now, you can see something similar happen. We came there, we tried to hold that level, but sellers came in and pushed the price way below that. Buyers were kind of losing at that time. Now here, it looks like the price bounced, but usually whenever that happens, price will come back and retest this area before a pump to the upside. Now, that being said, if we look this area, you can see this bullish shaped candle and then a slow correction to the downside. So it can also happen in the opposite side. So on the shorter time frame, this particular area where from the price moved from say 0.239, 0.24 towards 0.243 and now it's correcting. If we get a support there, it can be a higher high, higher low on the shorter time frame and moving to the upside, creating a higher high. But on the longer time span, if you are eyeing this one, I would say that the price would be going a little bit back to where it visited this area and then bouncing. But all of those kind of in say shorter to medium time frame doesn't make much of a difference, because if you look at this cycle and compare it with the what happened from 2014 to 2018, you will understand that we are kind of getting close, right? We are kind of getting close, because if you measure, you can understand from this particular top just before this bull run of 2017, it was like 1158 days. So that's something similar to what we are looking at. Right now we are there around 1066 days. So it's just a matter of 100 days more to see a huge bull run if the history rhymes itself. Now, there are two aspects which you have to look. The total number of days in which we consolidated there was like 1300 days. And right now we are reaching something similar. But you have to understand, if you compare the same with a case which happened in Bitcoin, there is a little bit of caution there. There is a reason, like a chances, which it may show like we may have an extended bear market. Why? Because if you take the BTC chart of Coin Paprika, then say BTC to USD on Coin Paprika, you kind of get the long term, that's again BTC, I clicked BTC USD, right? So BTC USD on a longer time frame, and you put that one say weekly or monthly, and then look at this. It's easy to measure the number of days, right? So if you look at the number of days consumed for this top to this top, it's kind of like 900 days. Now, if you do the same here, take measure of high to high here, it shows you like the number of days consumed to reach that high was like 1500 days. So it literally kind of double, like say 80%. So if you jump back into the charts and look at the same thing again, so there is a chance that we may even go towards 1600, 1700 days before we enter into these kind of impulsive move to the upside. Now that's just chances, comparing with what happened in Bitcoin market. Now if we compare the previous market cycle of the same asset, then the chances are we may see a huge fluctuation in next 4 months, say November, December, Jan, Feb. So if that's happening now, yes, most of them were waiting for a pump in September, October based on the short-term technical analysis. We were actually looking at that. Why? Because when we look at these impulsive move to the upside and then the correction, so if you zoom in to understand the correction, as we studied from the language of technical analysis, it's clear that during the correction phase, price always moves within parallel lines and its standard deviations. Now, if you look clearly, you can clearly see here that we were traveling in this particular line, say a channel, a parallel way in which price was fluctuating. Then if you add 2 more lines, I didn't put this one first because I didn't want to confuse you guys. So right now we broke above this and we are trending to the other direction. So if you actually plot this one, you can clearly see this was a support there, and this is acting as a support, resistance, resistance, resistance. So now we kind of get a valid trend line and its kind of standard deviations. Now I have only plotted standard deviation in one side. If you would like to take and put it in the other side, yes, you can do the same. Say one line would be the center, then you have standard deviation to the positive and negative side. So if you look at this, you can see the bottom 3 touches or more here, and then the top 4 touches or more here, right? So that shows you that the possibility that this is the trend which we are going to follow is high. The odds for that is high. In that case, we would be bursting towards the upside around 0.4. Now, yes, that is our target from some time, and the market delays us. It kind of tests your patience. And if you are not patient enough, you won't actually get that price appreciation because you are going to jump out. Now, if you consider the same and then consider the pattern in which we are moving from last 1 year, you can see that there is a chance that we may have overhead resistance around 0.29 to 0.33. But if this channel is valid and it's moving to the upside, then the price should reach 0.4. Now, what if it corrects back? Will it come back towards 0.27 to find support here in this channel? Yeah, it can, it may, but I personally think it won't, because this area which is acting as a support resistance area from a long time, say 1 year, it would be supporting the price and pushing it to the upside. Yes, the sellers may try a couple of times to fake out, break out to the downside, but eventually I believe that the buyers will push the price to the upside, which would be around 0.5, 0.52. Now, at that time, there can be a FOMO, even if we wick a little bit upside. Why? Because that was the previous high for a long time. Say last 2 years, 2.5 years, we were below this range. And if you look at what's happening in Bitcoin, you'll understand we again hit above $14,000. Now that's like 55 to 52 weeks after which the asset did that. So if this is happening here, then that's going to be a monster rally from there. Now, if you really look at the long-term perspective, just to see what's happening, it broke below this. Now, it's not only in this asset which you are seeing this pattern. If you go to different assets, some of these small cap alts are also showing similar perspective. Now, say for example, I think it was in Link or Lend, which actually showed a similar pattern, breaking to the downside and then immediately going to the upside. Like a fake out, bringing more sellers in, then keeping them stuck and then moving to the upside. So either they would sell or they'll have to wait for a long run when the price is going to the upside automatically. Many would be selling them. So that gives additional liquidity to the market. Now, if you look at the pattern and then analyze the shorter area, what is happening here after the breakout, you kind of get to see this. The RSI is trending, the price is trending. Now, the RSI can actually go to the downside, and that's the reason why at the initial stage here, I told you there is a chance that the price may, the price may go back and retest this area, because if you jump into this particular chart, the RSI also suggests that the price may revisit the previous bottom here. Now, if that happens, it won't actually go here. Instead, it would be making a double bottom. A textbook double bottom, however, would be a higher low compared to this one. So that's what I look at there for XRP. Now, if you generally compare with Bitcoin market, we were previously talking about this a week before. We told we are going to break this, and it did. It did. Now, after a little bit of confusion there, fluctuation, now we are slowly moving to the upside. But remember, my stand on this one, yeah, I may be wrong. Now I'm out of majority of my BTC trading positions, because unless the price reaches above 16K, I won't be starting to trade BTC now, because I don't want to short this asset because it's unpredictable. But some of my calculations says, yes, if it is rejected from 14K, it may go down a little bit. So there can be better opportunity to buy, but yes, I can be wrong, because this asset class has proven many guys wrong, and yes, it can surprise you. Now, looking at the fundamental side of this one, see this tweet which was sent to me from Michael highlights there is a chance that yes, there are a lot of complexities for banks becoming custodians. It may take time for proper regulations and for them to set up the system. So the chances are high that they would be going to partner with these institutions. So that is what this news from Coindesk actually highlights. I showed you this, guys. I showed you this before, but Michael actually sent me that one previously. Now, if you look at this from MACD XRP, he highlights that the surge of whales in XRP ledger, say XRP, is increasing. And if you do look at the volume, it's kind of clear that it is happening, and it's not about small volume. It's like 100,000 towards 10 million XRP. And the most increase happened here, 100,000 towards 1 million. It increased like around 20%. Think majority of those guys who are holding less than say 5,000 or 10,000 XRP are saying, nah, this is not going to the upside, I'm gonna dump. Even those guys who have 1,000 or 2,000 XRP is saying, nah, I'm gonna dump, when these guys are buying up. So it's completely up to you whether you should be holding or selling this, because the market kind of says you can see the footprints of the smart money. And it really seems like the smart money is buying more, and it is being reflected in the volume as well. Now, this news from Bitcoin.com highlights the SEC votes to modernize regulatory framework for derivatives use. So they are kind of increasing their perspective towards the investing side. They're trying to adapt to the current situation, but China has already, skyrocketed, and they are now advocating the world that we need a global regulatory framework, and they are kind of pushing it. Now, there is a catch in that. If that is happening with the initiative from China, last time if you look at the internet, it was with the leadership of US, and US turned out to dominate the world after that. So if these Westerners are going to lose, it's only because their regulators were idiots, I'll say, in my opinion, because they are leaving the space, opportunity for other nations to come in and fill that space. Now, yes, if you look at other nations, say Singapore, Japan and all, they are working hard on that one from a long time. So the snail run of US has to increase its speed or it's going to lose, because the world is going to change, and it's already started to change. Now, this is from Representative Warren Davidson, who has been trying to educate others in the Congress about this technology, but most of them won't understand this unless they see huge disruption, and this is one of that huge moment. If they don't see this, I don't know what else they will be able to see, because now it's highlighted US banks will have to go and give these services to their customers, and for that, to provide their own framework, it may take time. So they may go and partner with other institutions, and for me, this is the answer. XRP Ledger is superior to other public blockchains. So if they are going to adopt to blockchain and DLT, the distributed ledger technology, I would argue that PolySign would be the choice for huge banks. If you look there, you can see that they are not having any partnerships, but they understand that XRP Ledger is superior, and the ability of XRP as a payment asset to maneuver in between different fiat digital assets in the investing area. They understand that this asset will be suitable for less energy consumption and higher value for the customer. So it's climate friendly. It's kind of giving you that instantaneous settlement of each transaction, because the back-end settlement process for these industries is huge and tedious. Now with this technology and this asset, it's easy to make that difference, and that's why Jack Ma is saying this. Now think, if he is saying this now, he would have invested in this technology way before. It's not what they say, it's what they do. So if you go back, look at these, you can understand. See, for example, in last video, we highlighted Warren Buffett is dumping banking stocks. But you look and you can find like he is investing in Bank of America. Bank of America is a Ripple partner. They were working on different patents. They were revising that patents. Don't get confused. Patents would be revised at some point if it is required. And they are building this network of new technology. So Warren Buffett has increased its stake on Bank of America but dumped JP Morgan, and other areas. So one thing is that the stock market can be going down, and it's kind of for sure. And Robert Kiyosaki was highlighting we are going to head into a depression, an economic depression similar to 1927, 28, that area. So if that's the case, then yes, these kind of banks who are going to offer this one right now would get a lot more customers. Why? When the economy starts to fall, when the stock market starts to crash, those who have a little bit of brain would take their money and try to find an alternative asset to put their money. Why? Because they do understand they don't want to hold cash, because it may end up in a higher hyperinflation, which kind of decreases the buying power of that cash. So instead they would go into any asset which can store that value for some time, so later they can jump back into the fiat, or they can trade with that digital assets. Now that is what I would like to say here. When this retirement crisis or any kind of the bubble of everything is going to burst, you need to position your portfolio in such a way that you won't dive deep into this trouble. Because if you want to swim out, it would be so difficult. So if you are right now waiting at the shores, take the decision wisely. Now we looked at the technical analysis perspective and the fundamental side of this. So if you did get value for your time, please do support the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you would like to support the channel more, you can use PayPal, Patreon, or the XRP wallet address given in the description below. I'll be putting all these articles which I shared with you in the description. So if you would like to read through it, you can do that. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.